Hey, what's up? Lightboltjoe here. Today we are going to discuss the brand new 2020 Netflix / legendary original film, Enola Holmes. This stars Billy Bobby Brown. She also produced this show, FYI, thanks to her legendary folk. Henry Cavill plays our one and only Sherlock Holmes. Mycroft Holmes is played by Sam Claflin. We love Sam. Helena Bonham Carter plays their mother. A slew of other people are in this. So this is an interesting movie. I loved it. Loved it. I loved the score too, but I loved how quick it was. I love how Enola / Millie kept fourth dimension breaking. She kept talking directly to the camera, you as an audience viewer. It's more like a pay attention, I'm showing you clues kind of a thing. Absolutely loved it. So, Enola Holmes, Enola is alone, spelled backwards. We hear that ever so much throughout this movie. And she is raised by Helena Bonham Carter's mother, as the mother. So she is much, much younger than Sherlock and Mycroft. They both live in London. They both do their thing. Mycroft is he's in politics. Sherlock is a detective. And so they have not had much connection with their mother and their younger sister until Enola turned 16 and their mother disappeared. So a week goes by. This is like 1884, something like that. And they come visit Enola to see what's happening. Sherlock tries to get some clues together, but then Enola finds some clues as to where her mother might be. So it's a quest to find their mother. But then it turns into a quest to find their mother, but also Enola happens to come across this, boy who is, destined to become a high political figure to change the course of politics, but there is a murderer after him. So why is there a murderer after him? She tries to get rid of the boy who she finds on the train, but as she's trying to escape her brothers from forcing her to go to a finishing school. Mycroft's forcing her to go to a finishing school. And so the two teenagers have their own adventures, and then eventually everyone separates and then gets back together again, and separates and gets back together again. I don't want to really go into like the full plot, but just because like there's a lot of cool details and like mystery stuff, and it's like, ooh, what happens next? This could have totally been a series. Like, I expect no less than 3 movies from this specifically, but I love the Sherlock films, and I loved the TV show of Sherlock with Benedict Cumberbatch. Robert Downey Jr. and Jude Law movies are incredible as themselves. There's supposed to be another one. We'll see if that happens. I love it. I love them as, the two of them playing those characters. But then also Benedict as Sherlock was nice. Henry Cavill as a caring Sherlock was very interesting. We know Sherlock is a very, upfront, non-empathetic, abrupt kind of individual. So for him to have care and compassion towards his younger sister, who's now alone in the world, that was interesting. It was a different Sherlock. I liked it. I also liked that Henry is actually 3 years older than Sam in real life, but Sam plays the older brother. That was funny. It's a little fun fact for you. But yeah, Millie has production ties now within Legendary Pictures because of the Godzilla films. So good for her. I'm so happy for her and all that she's done. And I do know that she had a lot of problems like saying her lines on this movie, which is funny because she's English, but like she was explaining in an interview or something like that, with Stranger Things and with Godzilla, it's an American accent. So every time she's in front of a camera, she has to put on an American accent. So it's weird for her to put on her regular speaking voice, which happens to be a British accent, in front of the camera for this particular project. So it was a nice little twist, of Millie's journey. Love her. Absolutely incredible actress. And amazing within the fighting abilities as well. So Enola Holmes is not mentioned at all as a younger sibling to Sherlock or Mycroft for any of the books. There's very recently an Enola Holmes book series, but I'm still iffy because I know there was copyright infringement problems with this movie, but like I'm pretty sure Sherlock Holmes is like in the public domain because he was written so long ago. Don't you have to exist for 100 years before something becomes public domain? Like The Wizard of Oz, The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, The Land of Oz, all of those Oz books. There's 14 books plus multiple sequels from different authors, but I know that is public domain, so anybody can touch that. So like I don't know fully about Sherlock. I only reference this now because in a Wimpy Kid book that I just read, the second Rowley Jefferson Wimpy Kid book, Awesome Friendly Adventures, he talks about public domain stuff because Greg Heffley talks about public domain stuff. And Sherlock Holmes is referenced as a character in the public domain because he has Sherlock Holmes, a public domain character, playing around with his characters on their adventure. I don't know. I didn't look into it, but I'm curious. So yeah, this movie was incredible. The score, the music was absolutely incredible. It's a true adventure film. Like, you feel adventurous while watching this. I loved it. I need there to be more. We all need to demand that there is more. And that's it. That's all I got. Mucho mahalo.